Hello everyone, today's video tutorial is about working with presentation files. So in this tutorial we are going to learn how we can save a given presentation that we have opened. We shall explore the slide layouts in different slides. We shall also go ahead and learn how we can add the slides in a given presentation. We shall also learn how we can insert text in the placeholder. We shall go ahead and reuse some slides from other presentations. And lastly, we shall look at how we can duplicate a slide and use it in the same presentation. So to begin, let's look at how we can save a presentation. So when you create a new presentation, then that presentation is supposed to be given a name. So to give it a name, it means that you have to save it. So we shall go to the Office button, then we click on the Save As button. So when you click on the Save As button, then this dialog box is displayed for you. So this Save As dialog box shows for us here that now we can put the file name of our presentation file. But however, before giving it a file name, you have to know where you're going to store that file. So right now we are saying it will be taken to documents. So if you want to put it under desktop, then you just click on desktop and go ahead and give your file a name. If you want to take it under the computer or in your hard disk, then you can use the option for local disk and so on. So now we are going to give this file a name and we shall call it video tutorial. Then after giving it a name, you go ahead and click on save. So when you click on save and look on the title bar, it is now showing you that the file name of the presentation file is known as video tutorial. Next, let's now go ahead and explore some of the layouts of different slides. Now when you open a new presentation file, that presentation file always comes with one slide inserted, and in that slide you will find the placeholder just as we saw in our previous tutorial. So this slide is known as the title slide. Let's look at other types of slides and their layouts. So to view that, we shall go to this new slide button. So we click there, and here are the different slides that you can decide to insert into your presentation. The first one is the title slide, which is this one. Then this one, it is known as the title and content slide. So when you look at the picture for the title and content slide, you will realize that it is quite different from this first slide, which is named title slide. Then you also have the section header slide, as we can see. Then you have the title only slide. So with this title only slide helps you to insert a slide with only the placeholder that you can put the title. Then we have the comparison slide. So with the comparison slide, you may be in need of going ahead and compare two different subjects. Then you can use this one to help you do that, as we shall see. Then we have got two content slide. We have got the blank slide. This one, once inserted, you will have only a blank slide without any placeholder there. Then we also have these other types of slides. So we are going to click on this title and content slide. So when you click on it, you have inserted the second slide. So this is the slide you have inserted, and the previous one was this one. So that's how you can insert a slide of your choice. So just like in the title slide, we also see the placeholder in the title and content slide. Besides the placeholders, we have some other features that are in this placeholder, which is in this slide for title and content slide. So in this placeholder, we see options to insert the table. We see options to insert charts. We can also go ahead and work with smart art graphics. We can insert the media clips such as the videos and the sounds. We can also insert the clip arts. We can also work with pictures from files. All these ones, it is just a matter of clicking on one of the buttons we see on this placeholder. Then you will go ahead and insert that very object that you want to insert inside the placeholder. Let's also have a look at what would happen if we clicked to add only this blank slide. So when you click to add a blank slide, so once you select this is the blank slide, there is no placeholder in your slide. So that means that you have to go ahead and work with the text box in order to insert the text or information in this very slide. Then there is this one of the title only. So I'll click to add it. So when you click, you will have only a placeholder telling you click to add title. Then here there are no other placeholders. So that is how you can work with this slide for title only. Then we have lastly this one of comparison. So when you click on it, you will insert it and it will have a number of placeholders as we can see. So here you insert the title, then here you can also click to add some text, likewise this way, and this slide helps you to make a comparison just as I said previously. So how about if I don't want these slides into my presentation? How do I delete them? So to delete the slide, you just click on slide, for instance slide 4, then just go to the home tab under slides group. You will access this delete button. You click, then it will be deleted. Then you go to another slide, select, click to delete. Then if you want to delete this one, you also select and you go ahead and delete the slide. So that's how you can work with the slides in the presentation. Now let's go ahead and insert text into the placeholders that we have in our presentation. So to do that, we shall select our first slide, which is slide 1. Then after selecting, where we see click to add title, we shall click there. Then our title will be computer network. So you put there computer network. So we have added our title. Then click to add subtitle. We click there and maybe explain what a network is. So we shall say this is a group of computers connected together with the aim of sharing resources. You can go ahead and give examples if you want. So if you don't want, then we can just stop there. Now here you've inserted the subtitle. You are explaining maybe what a computer network is. So we shall now go to our next slide. So you click the next slide to insert more content you have in your minds or you want to present to your audience. Then now we go here, there is click to add title. So we shall click there and we say types of networks. So we click to add text. What are those types of networks? So we click, then we say local area network, then we have metropolitan area network. We also have wide area network. Then we shall also add one more, which is personal area network. Now you want to add more content in another slides, so you go again and click, but this is not the slide we would like to use. So we want to insert a slide between this slide 2 and slide 3, and it should be the title and content slide. So what we do, we shall click just in between those two slides. Then you will see there a line drawn, this line which is blinking. Now for us, we shall go ahead and now click to insert our slide. So it will go to that very point where the line is drawn. So now it is selected. You come on your slide, click, then you go ahead with the adding of more text that you want to add. So here we are going to type disadvantages of a network. So after typing disadvantages of a network, now we have to click to add the text. What are those disadvantages? So one, we shall say prone to viruses. Then we shall also say high initial cost. We also have maybe security concerns, and we have lack of robustness. And maybe lastly, we can talk of needs efficient handler. So you have put the disadvantages of a network. You want to go ahead and add the advantages. So you want the advantages to go in between the types of networks and the disadvantages. So to insert that slide, you click in between those two, then go to your home tab under the slides group, work with the new slide button, then you click on the slide. It will go just in between. So here you will come and say advantages of a network. So after, we have to add the text. So advantage 1 is resource sharing. Then we also have better communication. We also have cost effectiveness. We also can add access to database, and maybe you can talk of distributed processing. So here we have inserted our text in our different slides. Then just below here we have our last slide, which is this comparison slide. So in this slide I would like to show you how you can work with it. So where we see the click to add title, so we shall click there. Assuming we would like to look at advantages and disadvantages of a network. So here we just click, then we say advantages and disadvantages of a network. So you are done. Then here where we see click to add text, so we click there, then we shall say here we shall work with advantages. Then we come this way, we say here we shall work with this advantages. Then now where we see click to add text, you click there. In this placeholder you are going to work with only the advantages of a network. So you can talk of resource sharing. Then this way you just also give an example, maybe prone to computer viruses. And so on and so forth. So when you're done, you go ahead and save the changes you have made in your presentation. So in this area where we see click to add notes, they may require you maybe to explain. If I can click on slide 2 to explain maybe one of the types of networks that you have inserted in your slide. You explain it under the notes page or as a speaker note. So what you do is you just go where you see click to add notes. You click there, then let's assume you are going to explain this local area network. So you just click, then you will say local area network. Local area network covers a relatively small geographical area, and so on and so forth. So that is how you can use this notes pen area. Now let's look at how we can reuse the slides from other presentation. So to reuse the slides from other presentation into this presentation we are working with needs you to first of all specify where you want that slide or those slides to be inserted within your presentation. So to specify that, you do it from the slides pane. So we want those slides to be reused to be inserted just below the slide 5. So you just click there. After clicking, you will go to the new slide button. Then you go to reuse slides. You click. So after clicking, this reuse slides pane will be opened for you. So from this pane, we now shall use this option for browse. But before we can click on it, below here it is telling us you can reuse slides from slide library or other PowerPoint file in your open presentation. This is our open presentation. So we want to get those other files and those other slides and we insert them in our presentation. So we shall say browse. So when you click on browse, you have got two options: browse slide from library or from file. So we want it from file, so we click on file. Now from there you will go and locate where that presentation is so that you can access the slides within that very presentation. So if it is on desktop, you can click on desktop, then you look for that slide, that file. If it is on documents, then we click on documents. So in this example, we have some slides in this folder, so I'll double click to open. Now here, now you'll click on that slide which you feel it contains the, you'll click on that file which you feel it contains the slide you want, or the slides that you want. So let's assume we want to look at the disadvantages of computers. So you will just click on that very file. After clicking on the file, you come and open. So when you click on open, on our reuse slides pane, you will be in a position to view the different slides contained in that file that you clicked to open. So from there, you will now specify which slide do I want to insert in my presentation. So with an example, I'm going to click on this very slide. So you just click. Now when you click, you will have the slide inserted into your presentation. So that this is the slide. If you want to add more other slides still from this very presentation, then you just go and select that slide. So when you select, the slide will be inserted into your presentation. So this means that we have reused the slide from other presentation. So when you're done, you can go ahead and close the pen by clicking on the close button. Then you'll have the slide remaining inside your presentation. So now let's now look at how we can duplicate a slide and we edit it. So to duplicate a slide, you also have to first of all specify which slide you would like to duplicate. So for instance, you want to duplicate this slide for types of networks. So you just click on it. So after clicking on it, you go to the new button, then you come and select duplicate selected slides option. So when you click on it, the slide will be duplicated. Now we have this slide 2 talking of types of networks, and also slide 3 is also talking of the same thing. So why do we duplicate? We do so when we want to go ahead and maybe do some editing without necessarily retyping the whole content. So after doing this, you can now select one of the 2 slides, then go ahead and make the changes that you want to make. So assuming you want to go ahead and explain these different types of networks, so without retyping them again, you just click there and start explaining. For instance, you can say covers a relatively small area. Then you go to metropolitan area network. You say that within the cities. You go to wide area network, then you can say spans the whole world. So and so on and so forth. So you have not retyped anything, but you have just added or edited some information you wanted. Hope you found this video tutorial helpful to you. That's it for now. See you in our next tutorial.